Here's a little bit of information about the guidance philosophy for ECD 105. In this project, you will create a document that details the strategies that will promote positive behavior in young children. This is something that you have been learning about in this class. All of this information in your project should be very detailed, and you should have it well organized. Inside your project, you will have visual images, some graphics or pictures that you want to use, and it needs to be a Word document. You are encouraged to review your project when you complete it using the rubric before you submit your work. In the project, you'll have several sections. The first section is the classroom description. You will decide what age of children you would like to use, starting from infants and moving on up till about the age 8. So select your age of the children in your classroom, the number of children in your classroom, the number of teachers in your classroom, and select the type of facility that you are going to use for your project. The second part is your class environment. For each category under class environment, list bulleted points as to what considerations will be made in each area of your classroom to promote children's positive behavior. For example, if your classroom has a dramatic play center, what guidelines or considerations for guiding positive behavior will be important for that area? Also, you will need a layout or a design of your classroom. You can computer generate a diagram of your classroom, or you can hand draw this classroom diagram and scan it. But you will need to add entrances to your classroom, activity or center areas, the furnishings, etc. You will also need to make a list of some materials that you will use for the children in your classroom. Make sure they are age appropriate. Organize the materials by activity area or by the general purpose in which they will be used. Also, make a list of activities. This list should be general activities that will take place daily or weekly. Your daily routine is the next area. You will make a copy of the daily schedule for a full day program. List the day's activities and the times they will occur. Be sure to include the routine activities such as meals, nap, and even restroom time. You will also need to include 5 transitions that are going to be used as children transition from one activity to another. Tell what the transitions are and when they are going to be used. Do not repeat any transitions. Each of the 5 transitions should be unique. And you will have a section on promoting positive relationships. Each of the bulleted points below, you are going to need 10 strategies that you can use to develop these types of relationships. The relationship between the teacher and the children. The relationship between the children and the other children. The relationship between the teachers and the families. For each of these areas, you will list 10. So under number 1, teacher and children, you are going to have 10 strategies listed that will develop relationships. And then under number 2, children and children, you will have 10 more strategies listed that will help develop relationships. And the same for number 3. You will have 10 strategies